what it do, what it does, and what are we doing. Well, what we doing right here, that ain't what I was doing, but since we're here, we were looking at I was looking at a video and someone mentioned something about religion and how it comes from religare, which means to tie or to bind to. And I've heard people say that, and I've often said over the years that it's actually from rely, you know, which is means the same things, to tie or to bind to, but it just changed that whole thing that people are saying, because everything would be our religion. Everything that we rely on, that is, would be our religion. And since God is the ultimate of the ultimates of what we rely on, there you go, religion. And like, but here, this ain't the leg. This is not the leg in legend. This is actually like in legend, as you can see with the words collect, things like that. And I was thinking, like, why wouldn't that be the leg in religion? That actually makes more sense than to tie to or to bind fast, or as it says. Like, and the folks make mistakes, man. I mean, come on, man. I mean, even sacrilege, that should really tell you right there, man. Sacrilege, man. But okay. Logos, the logos, the word. I don't see words coming from nowhere but out of our mouths. Where else would the word of God be? And we looking at God as a three-dimensional, any kind of dimensional being, then that ain't God that we seeing. It may be it's like there are beings higher than us, so to speak. Not higher, but when they say fallen angels, the beings came down and made it with the daughters of men. I'm thinking they talking about some Elysium type stuff. Like they were there and they played a bigger role. Like we working in a clock tower or something, you know what I'm saying? They position in the clock tower, we in our position in the clock tower, and they went beyond their boundaries, or they removed ancient landmarks, because the Bible does say something like that, and I was wondering why does it mention that a few times. I mean, I do see, some examples in stories where that can be referred to, like with King Ahab and how they were removing lines on who was it? What's his name? I can't remember his name, but the guy that King Ahab had killed on the suggestion that Jezebel gave him, so that he can acquire his desires. But man, I can't believe I don't remember his name, man. Wow. Uh, uh, but anyway, so with the mating of them with the daughters of man, I'm thinking that means it was people before that. And then that's pretty interesting, but not what I was gonna go into. But I needed to say that. And who was Cain afraid of? Who did Cain get a wife from? Those are also questions on that too. Where did the serpent come from? Things like that. When we explain those things, it's usually retrospectively, like from later on in the scriptures, and I can do that too. I'm only speaking, rhetorically, on the scripture standing alone. No, but anyway, another reason or the main reason I really made a video, because I was just thinking, man, we be talking about the Illuminati, and I think that the people, the celebrity, famous people, leaders, government officials, whatever, all those people in the Illuminati, I think most of them are not with it, but they have to do it. While others, they with it, so they don't really care. Or they gonna do what they have to do so they can live their life or whatever. And so I'm thinking, like, they tell us they're in this at every turn they get, hoping that one day the people will rise up. But I think, in case y'all didn't hear me, hoping the people will rise up, because I put my hand on the microphone. They put all the signs out, all the stories of things that have happened, that's going on in the movies and everything. They tell us all the time. That's why they throwing up them signs, so they can tell us not to pledge their allegiance. Why would they be doing all of that in front of us and it's a secret? So they can hide it in plain sight. Is that necessary concerning that? Because we wouldn't even know if we wasn't watching TV and, using the different forms of media. I mean, using the different mediums where we can access this information. But starting with the TV, because there's, people around my age and older, this is what we pretty much grew up on, before the advent of the internet and things like that. But, yeah, it's like they tell us at every turn, man. I mean, I'm to the point like with that alien crash, with that spaceship crash in Roswell, New Mexico. Maybe they were aliens that came. Maybe they were not. I got two things to think. I got two things on it. One is if they really were aliens that came here, how did they get here? Anyway, they came here, right? Let's say they came here to deal with the other aliens like they always done, like they've been doing this, but perhaps as as the technology is becoming more accessible to us humans, what it is that, like I said, these folks try to tell us at every turn. Perhaps they shot them down and killed them so that, what I'm saying, amongst all the other things they could have done, they can, show us and tell us these things that they cannot tell you. And if it's not real, then still, what I'm saying, it's like they stage something to tell you. Just like they make all of these movies and all of this stuff, it's the same thing. They staging stuff, man. It's similar to that, man. And it don't seem like to lie to us, but to tell us the truth with the lies, true lies, like the movie is called. And these folks running stuff. And I think they came to certain people at certain times. They've been here before and they've done stuff before. But I think this time something different happened. I think, with the Rome thing, the Egypt thing, the India thing, even in over here, well, definitely where pyramids are found. I think they were dealing with all these people. Real talk. And that's why these were the centers. That's why the things that are built are built. But with that being said, man, they never left. It's just that things are fall. But it's becoming more powerful now. Like it's like like they say the devil is supposed to be released from the abyss, from the pit or whatnot. Whether that's what it seems like. Like the devil being released from the pit, and all of these things is going along with it. But they can't tell us, they can't show us. And you know what? Let's say if they didn't show us and didn't tell us, right? Just like you don't, you might be afraid that things you do wrong will be known by other people, and when you do something wrong, it's like other people seem to know because they mentioning things or different things happening. That whole guilty conscience kind of thing, right? But let's say that really does happen. And if we know that and we really see life, we really see God, we can't help but to see things. And we would see stuff like that. It's like their sins are not hidden either, just like yours is not. And we get to see all these things. But either way it goes, it's like it's all being shown to us. But by us not even having faith in that which we have, we can't have faith in that which is shown to us, because that which is shown to us is coming from that which we have or that which we are. If they got all the technology what you got, we might say, oh, that's some movie stuff, it's not real life. But I'm saying it is. Yeah, you may take time for you to win while they win immediately, but the whole point is, man, it's always a way around something, man. It's always a way out. Even if it's to be defeated, your defeat may lead to your peace and lead to their destruction, man. Because everything is done for the sake of the righteous and the innocent. Rather that we see that or not, we don't see it because we only going by immediate things and not more long-term, bigger picture things. And it's an even bigger picture than that. Somebody doing some work. Anyway, um, or is that noise campaign, as I've heard them say? They just came out of nowhere, and it's kind of late. It's really kind of late, and it's Sunday. I don't normally hear people working on stuff around this time on this day. But anyway, the trying to think. So insect. Oh yeah, that's the other thing I was gonna look up too for this. Okay, so let's look it up, right? Let's look it up. I'm covering the microphone, man. I can't stand when I do that. We know what an insect is, you know what I'm saying? But there's the word itself, and why we decided to use that word to cut up, segmented. I wonder why. Would it be that? Okay, you see that, right? Hmm, that's interesting. Oh, nah, it's the same thing. Okay, to cut, right? So, not pure, not chase is what we seen, right? But when we went to the word, it said to cut, just like, we go back to care, to cut, sec, to cut, like section, right? Why would incest be sections? Like, how could that be the word that comes to be? Let's go back to it. And the reason I'm looking at this and bringing it up, because I was thinking, like, what if they weren't the Greys weren't aliens from somewhere else? What if they were actually people who've been doing incest for the longest? You know, with that whole, with the inbreeding to keep the seed pure type thing. You know what I'm saying? They've been doing it for so long that they become what they are, and they know everything, but they can't do anything. It's almost as if we can do everything, got all the abilities, but we don't have that full knowledge like they have, which is why they can rule and run things and make everybody else do it. But Kess, let's actually go into it. So chased means cut. What? How is that? Not having experience. Six. Pure. But it means to cut. It means to cut. But so I'm thinking that it's just saying, you know, not cut. Chase would mean you haven't been cut. You haven't been castrated. All that case system section. Okay. But you can see how the words relate, you know what I'm saying? Cased, that's people in sections. Castrate, that's to cut off one of your sections, you know what I'm saying? Chased, not to be sectioned. Whole, not cut. Not corrupt, pure. But okay, incest though. I would just think. I mean, I'm not saying. I'm making the connection. Let's just put it that way. I'm making the connection on it. Incest and insect. That's why they look like insectoids or insectillions and all that stuff. But let me turn my screen down. My battery's draining. But anyway, okay. Might have to cut the video low. I see we do got some kind of campaign going on. I'm telling you, I've never heard nobody doing no work this late, y'all. But anyway, I'm going to just so I can wrap it up though, man. I think everything, God tell you everything that you need to know. Everything is right in front of you. When they say hidden in plain sight, it's like everything in plain sight to the point that we don't pay no attention to it, so it's like it's hiding. Like it's so many colors. This color, our vision is colorful. Color actually comes from the same root as cell, hill, which means hidden. And it's like truth is hiding in plain sight. the abysmal, vast, unlimited truth is here right in front of us. It's everywhere. It's nowhere that it's not. It's nothing that it's not. No thing has its own independent existence outside of it or anything. Everything we saying, doing, and thinking is just um, a small step in the bigger process. But okay, so we're going to the etymology of color. Kale, as you can see, seller, sale, haul, heal, hail, but to cover, conceal, save. But yeah, hidden. You hide it so you can save it. But everything is right here for us to see. What is the government doing? It's right there for us to see, man. What life, but I don't want to, really begin to speak on stuff like that without some tangible things to go with it for the people. You know what I'm saying? So that it can be more received. Cause I don't want to, cause I think people will take my words and run with it and call me all kinds of things like an anarchist and all of that when it's nothing like that. I mean, you say an anarchist. I mean, what's archist? What's an archist? What's archy? What we got going on now? What we got going on seem more like anarchy to me. And it's just that we following in line because we all want something, and conditions are in a way where we'll act right so we can get what we want, not because there's rules and order. But yeah, I'm draining my battery and using up a lot of time. I'll definitely be bringing some more material, some more thoughts and whatnot, man. But y'all just keep your eye open, be on the lookout. Everything is told to you in every way, in every channel. God is within and without everything, just like space is within and without everything, and there's no places it. So everything is there. We can't judge God and what this is by anything immediate until we see what's not immediate. Then we can understand what's immediate.